Animal Care and Control has cracked this case.
The pictures that we had, it kind of looked like a snout sticking out of the water. It did look like a huge long body.
This is, I think, the most exciting story of the morning. DeWitt County sheriffs may have found the mythical, legendary, and elusive chupacabra.
Of all that's known to reside within the woods, here are some of the creepiest, craziest, and the most chilling things that we could never imagine to have existed.
Oh my God! What is that? Did you get that?
So if you're a thrill seeker yourself, you better hang on for the shocking discoveries made in the woods that will haunt you forever.
Mundur jalannya, ini kepalanya menghadap saya loh.
You never know what you'll encounter in the depths of the forest. One Indonesian man walking home through the woods spotted a skinny, humanoid figure.
Kok mundur jalannya, ini kepalanya menghadap saya loh.
But guys, there was nothing humane about it. Its limbs were bent backward, and its body had an unnatural curve.
Mukanya tuh,
As the man crept closer, the creature flexed its arms in a strange manner. The video cuts off at this point, leaving us hoping that the man managed to escape safely.
Kok mundur jalannya, ini kepalanya menghadap saya loh.
Bonu Beast. A fisherman's peaceful night in the woods took a terrifying turn when he encountered something far more sinister than a fish. He waited patiently, hoping for a big catch, when something enormous and eerie emerged from the water. This creature had creepy eyes, huge arms, and a terrifying face. It was the very definition of creepy. As soon as it realized it was being watched, the creature vanished back into the water. The fisherman was convinced it was a bonu, a mythical water beast known to live in swamps and rivers. From that day on, this swamp became infamous for harboring creepy monsters. Wetland Creeper. Uploaded in 2021, this video had everyone on edge about walking near swamps and rivers. I mean, after seeing this, you'd want to be careful too. A man was strolling in the woods near a swamp when he came across a slimy, eerie creature. The footage was shared online for identification, but no one could figure out what this creature was or where it came from. Its origin remains a complete mystery.
Shit! What the hell is that?
What is happening?
Hairless Horror. A couple in Brazil claimed to have spotted an out-of-this-world creature. While enjoying their time in the Brazilian woods, they heard some not-so-familiar voices in the distance. Scared yet curious, they followed the sounds and discovered something shocking. An unknown, creepy creature was crawling through the bushes. They were left wondering if it was a lost dog, a bear cub, or something even stranger. When the video was shared online, it sparked a huge debate. Some said it was the infamous chupacabra, while others argued it was a hidden hybrid animal. If you ask me, I'd go for a hairless monkey. But if not, let me know what you guys think it is. Creepy werewolf. To everyone believing werewolves are mythical creatures, get ready to be proved wrong, as some explorers in Argentina managed to capture one on their camera. While exploring woods in the middle of the night, they spotted this creature sneaking up on them. At first, they couldn't believe what they had just encountered. A dogman? A werewolf? Or something more sinister. That's when one of them shouted, "It's a werewolf!" And it seems like he was right, wasn't he? Lindworm. Snakes are always creepy, but this one took fear to a new level. In Bhopal, India, some seasoned snake catchers were left stunned when they encountered a snake that looked anything but ordinary. This snake had a pair of horns growing from its head, making it resemble a mythical lindworm or dragon snake. Its bizarre appearance led onlookers to nickname it the dragon snake or Lindworm, making this discovery definitely one of the creepiest things you could find in the woods. Malaysian monster. Here's a wild fishing story for you. In Malaysia, the elusive tapa fish has become a huge challenge for some fishermen. Jeremy, a marine biologist, was on a mission to catch this Malaysian monster. He threw his fishing line into the stormy water, and that's when he felt a huge tug. The legendary lake monster was on his hook. With its giant mouth and spooky eyes, the fish was exactly what they'd been chasing. Definitely a monster. Vanished visitor. For those who doubt the existence of extraterrestrial beings, this might just change your mind. A man in the middle of the woods discovered a strange, giant creature lurking. He quickly called 911 for help, but by the time they arrived, the creature had already vanished. Some say it could have been a thief in a weird mask, but what about its blob-like body that made it look like a creature without bones? Forest oddity. Now check out this bizarre creature found in the middle of the woods. With a humanoid face but no antennas and a massive body supported by 4 pairs of legs, this odd arachnid looked like a mix between a tick and a human. The shocking footage quickly spread online, sparking debates about what this mysterious being could be. Guys, I'm even scared to talk about this. But people dismissed it as a hoax. So what do you think? An actual humanoid tick or just a cleverly crafted hoax? Stylish serpent. In South Africa, a farmer found this strange snake on his farm. Now, it wasn't just any snake. It had hair styled in a way that made it look like a fashionable cobra. Though the white hair made it seem old, its quick reflexes were just like any other snakes. Some people think the hair is fake, while others believe it's a weird evolution thing. But personally, I believe it's a real-life Medusa, which instead of turning people to stone, just leaves them in shock. Snake in snake. Do snakes ever throw up when they dislike their meal? Probably not. But that's exactly what some forest explorers witnessed near a lake. They were stunned to see a massive anaconda throwing up a smaller snake it had just swallowed, something that's quite rare for snakes. Luckily for this small snake, it was given a second chance and quickly slithered back into the water. So in the jungle, you should always be ready for the unexpected. Beast cub. Imagine coming across a beast cub so intimidating, you can only wonder how scary its parents must be. A man noticed this strange cub just outside his fields, near the meadows. In order to protect his crops and livestock, he decided to confront it. As he got closer, he realized this creature was part werewolf, part bear, and part human. But what exactly does it make it? The beast was trying to escape, but got angry whenever the man got too close. Armed only with a thick cane, the brave man then managed to drive this creature out of his territory, keeping his area safe. Loch Ness. In 2018, a guy was having his morning coffee by Tinmouth Haven when he noticed something strange swimming through the water. He grabbed his camera and started recording the weird snake-like creature that was mostly hidden underwater, showing off just its tail. When he posted the video online, it got a lot of attention. People started guessing that it might be the Loch Ness monster, but no one could figure out exactly what it was. The creature's identity is still a mystery. Dragon dilemma. Do you think dragons are real? If not, this might change your mind regarding their existence. In Mexico, some guys found a lifeless creature on the ground. As they went closer, they were stunned. It looked like a real-life monster. The creature was so unusual that the absence of insects around it made people wonder if it might still be alive and just sleeping. Well, the video ends abruptly, leaving all of us in suspense. To me, the footage seems pretty convincing. What do you think? Could this be a dragon or just an elaborate hoax? Hidden Tree Cryptid. When you're walking through dense forests, stay alert. Surprises can come from all directions, even above you. That's exactly what happened to one man. He sensed someone watching him and decided to investigate. To his shock, he discovered a creepy creature with glowing eyes lurking in the trees right above him. It followed him for hours, peeking out from behind the dense bushes and trees, as if trying to keep track of his movements. While many viewers dismissed it as a hoax or a made-up story, those glowing, fiery eyes suggest there's something real hiding in the shadows. Vampire bats. Are you brave enough to step into an abandoned hut deep in a dense rainforest? Probably not. But one daring explorer did this exactly. In August of 2020, out of his curiosity, he entered into a creepy old hut. Inside, he found something surprising: a huge colony of bats.
Vampire bats.
But these weren't just any bats. They were vampire bats, feeding on other animals like their name suggests. Since this endangered species is rarely seen, finding them, especially in this quantity, is a big deal. And just like this explorer, most people have to leave quickly when they come across them. Marine marvel. This odd fish had everyone talking about what they'd just seen. In November 2018, tourists in southwestern China came across a carp with human-like facial features. I can imagine their shock when they saw this fish with eyes, a nose, and a mouth that looked nearly human. Doesn't it look like something out of a strange fairy tale? The unusual appearance of the carp quickly captured people's attention. Some were amazed, while others were skeptical. I mean, how couldn't they be? Mud mystery. Here's another anonymous clip showing a mysterious creature poking its head out of muddy water. And after a few seconds, it quickly ducked back down. The whole scene is pretty creepy, with just its head sticking out of the mud. To me, it almost looked faceless, with no clear eyes or mouth. So, could this be a real mud monster, or just a trick of the light? Ghost cabin. Driving through the woods, these not-so-wise men spotted an abandoned hut in the middle of the woods, and one of them stopped the car, saying he had witnessed someone standing in the window. And here, these guys, in order to make their tour adventurous, chose to explore the hut further. Just when they tried entering the hut, they got one heck of a surprise. Some transparent figure from inside shut the door furiously, as it was pissed off by the guy's presence. I bet these guys will remember this surprise for their entire life. Goatman. This is one of the creepiest discoveries in the woods. A strange creature was captured on video hiding behind some branches near an electric antenna. This mysterious being appears to have horns, but the person who filmed it was convinced it's not a goat or any other known animal. Throughout the video, the creature stayed hidden behind the branches and kept staring at the cameraman. To me, it seems more like a goatman, or you could say faun, a deity of forests. Whatever it is, it's definitely something out of the ordinary that's got everyone guessing. Jersey Devil. A man in America came face to face with a mythical beast, the Jersey Devil, a creature known for its goat face, bat wings, and split tail. It was spotted by some explorers who were alerted by the spooky eyes of the creature, which was trying to watch them stealthily. When this video hit the internet, locals began calling it an alien. Don't you think that it seems more like a shapeshifter? I'm not so sure on this, guys, so definitely comment below. I'd love to see your opinions on this one. Idaho's Crypted. In Idaho's woods, a guy captured footage of what is now known as Idaho's Crypted. The video shows a ghostly red Indian figure perched on top of an empty tree trunk. This tall humanoid figure didn't react like a human, giving off some eerie vibes. The guy who was filming this scene at a secret location even wondered if it was an ancient Native American or a ghostly presence. Unsure of what to do, he chose to wait and watch. But thankfully, he finally took a wise decision of leaving the creature alone. Cambodian Creep. After hearing rumors of paranormal activity near a river in Cambodia, a group of investigators decided to check it out. When the explorers scanned the area with their flashlights, they spotted what looked like a person sitting on the shore. Concerned, they moved closer to investigate and found a human-like entity. It just sat there, not moving, and then turned to reveal a swollen, bloated face, which gave everyone the creeps. Even though the group was close, the figure didn't move at all. Then, out of nowhere, the figure slipped into the river and disappeared. Skeletal Surprise. Late one evening in Acapulco, Mexico, some workers spotted something truly awful hidden in the bushes. They found a skeletal figure that looked spooky, but was actually quite weak. It seemed malnourished and abandoned, barely able to move or resist. Despite its unsettling appearance, it was so frail that the workers approached it with caution and sympathy. They were unsure of what to make of this strange, nearly starving creature they'd uncovered by the roadside. Brazilian Creepster. In 2018, a cycling trip through a remote part of Brazil took a spooky turn when one of the cyclists spotted something unsettling near the bushes.
Olha aqui, gente.
It had a bald head and a face that looked oddly like a calf's. At first, they couldn't believe their eyes. Was it a chupacabra, a deformed capybara, or something even more sinister? Hoping for identification, they posted the footage online. But even all the experts were baffled, suggesting it might be some kind of failed science experiment or a bizarre hybrid. The mystery remains unsolved.
Olha aqui, gente.
Beaked marine monster. A strange marine mystery happened on May 1st, 2016. A fisherman in a Chinese river thought he'd reeled in a big catch, only to find a marine creature that didn't match anything he or anyone else had ever seen before. The video of this bizarre find quickly spread online, with people trying to figure out what it was. Some guessed it might be a beaked whale because of certain similarities, but to me, it doesn't quite fit. So, what is it? Weird Wanderer. Remember when officials hinted at real alien beings? Well, here's one that was caught on camera roaming the woods. A curious explorer was deep in the jungle when he came across a creepy figure emerging from the tall grass, looking like it was lost. Its head was shaped like a broken tree, and it had a slender body, as if it hadn't eaten in ages. Before anyone could make a guess, the explorer suggested it might be an alien who had escaped from Area 51. Whatever it was, it definitely wasn't human. Face peeler. In the remote Peruvian jungle, villagers from the Yitu community are scared stiff by what they call the face peeler. They reported seeing strange, flying beings with large heads and yellowish eyes lurking in the woods at night. One of these frightening encounters was even caught on video. Locals claim these beings have been haunting them for months. Authorities suspect it might be illegal gold miners using jetpacks, but nobody knows for certain. Who knows? This real-life mystery might actually be real. Otherworldly beast. It's one of those discoveries that makes you question what else might be out there. This guy found a super creepy creature in the middle of the woods no one's ever seen before. He claimed it was the extinct saber-toothed dogfish, a marine creature thought to be long gone. And its bizarre appearance had me thinking it might just be from another world, definitely not something from our planet. Horror head. In the wild, always stay alert, as you may never know when things get really worse. As a guy came across a creepy figure in the woods, it was missing a significant chunk of its body.
Got the teeth on it.
The homeowner who discovered it was puzzled and suspected it might be some sort of eel. But how did it end up on land? It's like something out of some horror movie. Well, that's the big mystery. And after digging deeper, I came to the conclusion that it might be a creature that became lifeless some time ago. Or you could possibly say, after encountering an even bigger and scarier predator. The whole thing, however, has left everyone scratching their heads. Demonish Reptile. Now, what kind of mythical creature is this one? Seems like a snake, but don't you think there's something odd here? I mean, notice its horns, guys! Is it some kind of mythical creature straight out of a Maleficent kind of story? Well, whether it's a strange reptile or something else entirely, let me go ahead and tell you that it's probably not something we're all that prepared to handle. Unwanted contact. It's wise to avoid the wild, especially at night. You never know what sort of creatures might be hiding in the shadows, ready to surprise you at any moment. This actually happened in 2021. A group of friends, feeling adventurous, jokingly dipped one of their hands into the murky water, and their laughter quickly turned into shock when he pulled his hand back, swearing something had grabbed him. They tried to laugh it all off, thinking it was just a fish, until the water started glowing. To their horror, a ghostly hand emerged, looking nothing like a human hand. And now, these guys are fully convinced that they encountered a real swamp monster. Maggot Madness? Alright guys, now here's something that'll make you lose your appetite fast. I know you must be thinking what these creepy figures even are, and let me tell you, it's not just a bunch of maggots or gross worms, but something far more worse. When you see these creatures in large numbers all heading in the same direction, it usually means something foul is nearby. Maybe an animal carcass, or something even worse, something we don't want to imagine. Mexican monster. In Mexico, residents kept hearing strange sounds at night. They became curious to find out what it was, so they followed the noise into the woods and came across something really creepy. The ground had loosened up, revealing a long, lanky creature with no clear features. It was trapped in an underground liquid repository until it died. When they pulled it out, no one knew for certain what it was, with some comparing it to the basilisk from Harry Potter. Experts now think it might be an oarfish, which is pretty spooky considering oarfish only come to the surface when a disaster is near. Could this have been a warning? Crawling creepy. This creepy creature looks like it belongs to another planet. Wait, doesn't it belong to some science fiction movie like Star Wars or like Stranger Things or something? But this bizarre creature was actually found much closer to home.
And it really starts moving like that when the sun hits it.
What's even freakier about it is the way that it moves. It's definitely frightening. I tried digging up more info, but there's just nothing going around about it. So comment down your thoughts on this one. Is it some new species we haven't discovered yet? Or might it be something more otherworldly?
Kind of cool. I'm gonna touch it one more time.
China's Loch Ness. On September 14th, 2019, a strange serpentine creature was caught on camera slithering down Asia's longest river. The footage shows this sea monster moving just below the murky surface of the Yangtze River in Yichang City, located in central China's Hubei province. Viewers are divided over what it might be. Some are fascinated, while others are skeptical. Either way, this mysterious creature has definitely stirred up a lot of debate. Thomas fish. Just when you thought you'd seen the weirdest fish of them out there, things get even stranger. In June 2019, a video popped up on social media and quickly went viral. It showed an incredibly bizarre and creepy looking fish caught off the coast of China. This fish had a human-like face with the oddest expressions and a dark brown body. Many viewers couldn't help but compare it to Thomas the Train, noting the uncanny resemblance. never-ending flame falls. Have you ever seen a waterfall on fire? Sounds impossible, right? But it's real.
It's from natural gas.
Welcome to Eternal Flames Falls in Chestnut Ridge Park, New York. This hidden gem is both creepy and mesmerizing. For decades, mysterious flames have flickered at the waterfall's base. A natural gas seep creates a small, eternal flame within a grotto, producing an enchanting mix of fire and water. Surrounded by the lush woods, it's quite the sight to behold. The flame's color even tells you its temperature, blue for hotter and yellow for cooler. It's where science and nature come together in the most magical of ways.
You can actually smell the natural gas.
Naga. Guys, have you ever heard about the Naga before? It's a creature that's part snake and part human. If you haven't, don't worry, because one explorer managed to capture it on camera. While trekking through the forest, he spotted this strange being sitting on the forest floor staring back at him. For the explorer, this creature's snake-like body and human-like features were mesmerizing and unsettling at the same time. As the explorer cautiously approached, the Naga remained still, and the video abruptly ends here. The footage quickly went viral, leaving viewers in awe and sparking debates about the existence of such mythical creatures. Giant serpent. Now, here's an encounter that's definitely gonna give you chills. In October 2018, people coming home from Kadayanallur Forest in India witnessed a scene straight from a nightmare. They saw a giant snake, something they'd only seen before in movies. Locals thought it was a breed of anaconda, but experts later confirmed it was actually a reticulated python, the largest snake in the world. Since then, this creepy sight has become an unforgettable part of their experience. Woods monster. You won't believe what a man found in the middle of the woods. A fish, an alien, or some creepy monster. No matter the truth, the best advice is to run and definitely not look back. Luckily, that's what this wise guy did. Okay, so did you see? It had a massive reptile-like face, very similar to a snake's, but the chaos that followed proved it was something to steer clear of. Water slug. Some mariners in California encountered a creature they had never seen of or heard of before. Curious and a bit baffled, they sent the creature to a marine recognition center for identification. Surprisingly, even the experts were stumped at first. After a thorough study, though, they finally identified it as an Atlantic Black Sea hare. This unusual sea slug can grow up to 40 centimeters and has a dark coloration, making it quite a mysterious find for those mariners. Slithery surprise. And here, the woods have given us another reason to stay away from them. And with such slithery surprise, it's really easy to see why. In the middle of the woods, some workers in Dominica came across a snake so huge that they had to use a crane to lift it. And guess what? This 10-foot serpent was very much alive when they picked it up. Seeing a snake this huge is scary, but not surprising for a jungle. Seriously though, this thing was a real-life jumbo. Congo mystery. Now look at a sighting never seen before. A group of friends during their jungle trip came across this creature that looked trapped. It had snake-like scales covering its body, but a head that resembled a turtle's. Definitely an odd mix of reptile traits. People were shocked by this bizarre creature, and they began wondering, could it be a descendant of dinosaurs? Or maybe an alien species? And honestly, I can expect anything from the dense woods of the Congo. Bizarre humanoid. The shores of China revealed a mystery beyond belief. A strange being floating along the beach. This daring guy, seeing this strange thing, lifted it up to show a friend. You can imagine their shock when the creature, with a human-like head and limbs, started moving its arms and legs. Truly, a scene that defied the ordinary. The subscriber's pick. Today's subscriber's pick features a jaw-dropping sighting of a dragon in the water on August 23, 2022. A boater in Vietnam caught an incredible moment on camera. A real-life dragon breaching out from the water. Immediately after spotting the giant creature, the boater hid at his boat while continuing to record. This moment was truly extraordinary, especially given that dragons are deeply revered in Vietnamese culture. Even according to legend, the Vietnamese people are considered as descendants of a dragon and a fairy, depicting how much importance a dragon has in their cultural identity and heritage. This sighting has left many people speechless, capturing the imaginations and wonder of everyone who's seen it. See you next time! Roots of Evil. Guess what? Harry Potter's Whomping Willow is coming to life in the real world. A dog walker in Scotland got the surprise of his life when he saw trees moving in a way that seemed almost magical. Well, it's actually all due to a phenomenon called breathing earth. Basically, when strong gusts of wind hit the massive conifer and pine trees, their weak root systems make the ground look like it's swelling up and down, and the people seeing it for the first time believe the earth is actually breathing.